from Brown's Advanced Care. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, how's your summer going so far?
Oh, it's been fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, you got a little slow start, but you know the lake's been great, and you know business is good.
Good.
What's the temperature over there at Clark Lake? The water is
Is it
warmer.
warm?
Yeah, I think it's got to be about 80.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's 87 at Lake Columbia.
Really? Yeah,
So
I
I bet
believe
you
it.
guys are right around there too.
And you've been a Clark Lake guy for a long, long time, haven't you? How long have
Yes.
you been?
Well, I'm lucky. I married into the legacy, and
Yeah.
my grandchildren are now 6th generation Clark Lakers.
Isn't that
Oh,
amazing?
that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
But Annie, my wife, and her family built a cottage in 1929
Oh, wow.
out there.
Oh,
and-
amazing.
That's incredible. Well, it's hot, and we all want to be outdoors while we can be.
Yeah.
But with that comes some risk.
Well, I mean, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. And I've been on the campaign. I was on the radio a couple weeks ago and talking about just, you know, the 3 or 4 things that
Sure.
really people come into the pharmacy all the time because they've either they got a sunburn, or they've gotten poison ivy, or they've got a tick bite, or you know the worst one if they brown recluse spiders. But you know, it really. You got to kind of go through each one of those topics. And,
So these are the let's look at these leaves here.
Yeah.
Now one would maybe, I haven't, and I knew you haven't, they would come across these on maybe some type of hike.
First of all, I do.
A lot of this is outdoor, you know,
Ricky?
just outdoors. I mean, the 3 of these 4 topics, you know, really are outside. You're doing stuff. You're having fun.
Yeah.
Why do you live in Michigan? And all the things that go along with it. You know, poison ivy, most common in Michigan. Leaves of 3, leave it be. And you know, some of the things that go along with poison ivy are, you know, some of the myths and misinformation in terms of prevention and also treatment. Poison oak, much less prevalent, and same with poison sumac. But in Michigan, it's mostly poison ivy. And the best thing you can do is avoid it. Learn to recognize it, and stay away. If you get into it, you know, the very first thing you should do is try and wash it off. Wash any exposure off, because it's the oil from the plant, the urushiol plant, the oil that it causes the reaction. And you know, people go, "Oh, I don't ever get poison ivy." Well, you know, you poke the bear long enough, you're going to get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then some people have just really severe reactions. But you know, you learn to recognize it, and you know, if you have animals, the dogs or the cats, they're running through the yard and
Right.
out and around, they'll you know, brush up against the poison ivy. The oil goes on their skin, then they come inside, you pet the dog.
Yeah, boy.
All of a sudden, you know, you do pet the dog, you rub your face, and all of a sudden you got poison on your face, and you go, I don't know, where did that come from?
Oh, wow, I never would have thought of
Crazy.
that.
Yeah.
So when you say wash it off, are we talking like Dawn dish soap?
Just
or-
soap and water, yeah.
Soap and water.
You know, something, you know, that will dissolve the oil and get it off your skin as fast as possible.
Okay.
Let's,
I mean, even if you're out playing golf, you know, you
You as well.
you know, and you go out and looking for a ball or whatever, and you know, oh geez, I'm in the middle of it. You know, walk out gingerly. You don't, and then you know, grab a water bottle, wash it off, scrub it off right then.
Okay.
You know.
Ticks. We've talked about ticks, it feels like, the last 5 to 10 years, more so than ever. But I have a hard time even identifying what tick is what.
Well, you know, there you go. There's a Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. It's a great graphic. You Google it. You can bring it up right on your phone or whatever. But you know, there's different types of ticks in Michigan. The number 2, the black-legged tick, is the one that spreads Lyme's disease.
Okay.
So when you're, you know, out and about and you're in the woods, you know, there's some things of prevention that you can do. DEET, you know, is an insect repellent, is really good. They don't like it. You know, you cover up, wear tight-fitting clothing, you know, and so that they can't get in. If you're out in an area where you know there's a lot of ticks, then you should have a body check when you get done. You know, you check yourself or have somebody check. You know, look in your hair, look in your legs. You know, all the cracks and crevices. Make sure nothing's going on, because because that's what's going. That's what happens.
What's Lyme disease?
It's an infection passed through by the tick, and it can be rather, you know, devastating if it's, you know, because if it's not treated. I mean, it's been around for a long time, recognized, you know, probably since the late 90s, but out of New Jersey is where it was originally recognized and diagnosed. And but that treatment prophylaxis is from the CDC, and if you identify, that's why I pointed out number 2 on the list on the ticks, is that if you identify that, then you should probably contact your doctor, because you can get a single dose of antibiotic that will significantly reduce your risk of contracting Lyme disease. And I'm talking about things right now like sunburn and ticks and poison ivy. I mean, I got friends and family right now. One person just got diagnosed with Lyme's disease. It took them weeks to figure out what was going on, unfortunately.
I saw something similar to that. A Facebook friend, they had fatigue and some weird symptoms, and then their wife saw on like the back of the leg a little bullseye tick bite, and
exactly.
Lyme
That's
disease.
classic.
And,
So then you go into longer treatment period.
Let's talk real quick about these brown recluse spiders, because
do we have to?
I do, because I think I saw one this morning. Why are spiders attracted to cardboard? Have you noticed that? Every time I pick up a piece of cardboard, I get bit by a spider. That doesn't happen to you?
Well, stop picking up cardboard.
I'm going to now. Brandon, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, they're just these
They like dark spaces.
sneaky little spiders that like to be in dark places, which a lot of spiders do. But the brown recluse, swim shoes, sandals, stuff that you don't, every spring, living at the lake, I bring out the stuff that you wear during the summer, and I'm always checking to make sure there's not anything in there, because I have had them pop out. I mean, you run your hand through there and there's one, and the bite is really bad. The bite can cause really bad infections, and so that's again one of those things where you just have to be a little bit more aware. That
you're nervous.
Really aware.
You got me scared to go outside. Okay.
You're like,
you're bringing out all the freaky stuff that you really don't like to talk about.
You're gonna have to.
You know how I feel about summer.
That's right. I'd rather talk to you about prevention than cure, because you're really not gonna like the cure.
You're gonna have to check your water shoes.
Yes, I will be checking my water shoes for sure.
Thank you. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Oh man, it's always fun.
We'll have to have you back again. And
promise?
I promise. I promise.
We might need an August recap as we go into the second half of summer.
We do, for sure.
We'll keep a body count of all the stuff that's going on.
There you go. Well, thank you so much, Grant, for being with us this morning. Grant Brown from Brown's Advanced Care. More of the show right after this.